This is a blue zone. These are people who live to 100 or greater. So there's actually a report that went around the world and actually found people who live forever. And some of the biggest predictors were eating a plant-based diet, having an active lifestyle. So if your job, and one of the earliest studies about who lives longer, remember those double-decker buses in Great Britain? Way back when there were two people in there, the guy that drives the bus, the big fat guy, and the young skinny guy going up and down counting your money. Now we only have one person, the big fat guy, the big fat lady. But the ticker takers live longer because they're skinnier, they're more active. And now there's actually data by the NFL who lives longer. So as predicted, the linebackers, the defensive ends, those big people, they die quicker. They're basically the receivers, the quarterbacks, they're also richer, but they're also skinny and live a lot longer. So basically being skinny, being active, and having a job that's more active is actually important. So one of the things is that, those are our computers. What I do is that my printer in my office is at the front desk. So after I see a patient, I have to get up, go to the front room, sign the prescription, or say hello, get the receptionist. I get up actually each patient. And that keeps my metabolic rate up a little bit higher. So it's actually a purposely done active, right? I have a computer next to me, just sign this, not this concept of eating less, smaller plates. Some people say eating breakfast is your largest meal, and for many people that works. For many people it doesn't work. So there's actually a body of research as we manage 6 small meals a day or just 1 meal every second year. It works best for yourself and to know your body. I think athletes know this very well, but the rest of us don't really think about this. What I do know is that if there's food in front of me, I will eat it. I came in second in a Big Mac eating contest once. I was in the military, and basically we were all drunk. And basically the rules were when you threw up, you were out of the competition. Now, I think I threw up around about 15 to 17 Big Macs. Not sure. I felt so sick forever, I don't think I've had a Big Mac ever since. But I didn't have to pay because people at the bottom half, who's the top half, had to pay. This big guy out-ate me, apparently. But I don't remember too much about that. And bless McDonald's heart is that McDonald's has done a lot of good work on healthy diets. They choose not to service or sell to us because we don't want it. The most expensive food on the menu is basically the salad. And the two things that determine what we buy is how quickly they can feed us and the price. We need to migrate to quality of food. And I think that's actually an important consideration. I think we're starting to do that a little bit more. And that's what actually important. So these are things that are really important for people who live a long time. And the other thing is feeling useful all your life. In our culture, many North American cultures, if you're old, you're put out to pasture. We don't like old people. They consume resources, just die. Where other areas of the world, they worship wisdom and they worship people's experiences. And I don't know about you, I love to hear, I visit this older lady every day. I call her Grandma Tia. She's a next door neighbor, lovely lady. She's in her 90s. She has such tremendous stories. I love to hear them. And she has so much wisdom. She doesn't have an ounce of, she actually has a better memory than myself. She actually reminds me when my kids have their birthdays and stuff like that, so I don't forget. But it's actually very important to hear the stories and to listen to what's going on in this world. So these are, to me, is that having activity, plant-based foods, feeling useful, and volunteering, I think is a very important component of living longer. One of the things is a personal observation, being humble. The people who I dislike the most are people who are sure of everything, that think they're better than the rest of the world. They should move to basically to Dunnville. No, just kidding. And the ones that next one can come back to Linden. We live in a farm in nature. But surround yourself with people that share your own views and be part of the group. So I'm quite impressed that to be successful and to be happy is to surround yourself with people who have the same mentality and working together. So I think that's actually very important to think on. Next slide, please.